Welcome everybody to episode of the Cool Interviews. Got a big guest on today, Zion Sensley, 6'8", 170, small forward out of Prolific Prep High School in Napa, California. How you doing, man?
Doing good. Thank you for having me on.
Doing good, man. That's good. So first question, just getting right into it though. Like, what got you into basketball? Like, what was the first thing that got you into basketball? First thing.
I would say, really, really, since I was 2 years old, it kind of just runs in my family. My grandpa played,
Mm.
my pops played. So, really, just my mom had put me in well, first of all, I never really played with toys. So, like, I would always just pick up, like, the randomest things and just throw it or just run with it. So,
Yeah.
my mom put me in, like, a little recreational league when I was, like, two.
Yeah.
And, like, ever since then, I just always picked up a basketball, never
Mm.
really played like tag or something. I always wanted to play like football or basketball, something to do with, running and
Mm.
being active. So basketball kind of just was my first love.
For sure. And then when you started playing basketball, did you start as a small forward or did you start as where'd you start as? Like, what position?
So in sixth grade was kind of when I started taking it like kind of seriously.
Mm-hmm.
And then like I remember I went to like tryouts and
Yeah.
I was not always like the biggest. I was taller than average, but I remember the coach had put me as point guard, and so
Okay.
I always just played. In middle school, I played point guard my
Mm-hmm.
whole middle school, and then when I got to high school, I had to learn how to be a
Yeah,
forward.
for sure. How big of like a transit was it very difficult to transition over to that, or was it like kind of, I don't know.
I would say it was different for sure because like I had to learn how to play off the ball because I was used to playing so much on the ball and like coming off
Mm-hmm.
screens, so
For sure.
kind of just adjusting to like my placement on the court, and
Mm-hmm.
kind of just figuring out ways to score without the ball necessarily in my hands, like at all times.
Yeah, for sure. And now going into your recruitment process, kind of like that. When did you get your first offer? Like, where were you at when you got that first offer too?
So where was I? It was in the middle of my freshman year, and
Mm-hmm.
we had practice. And usually before practice, we do like warm up, and my coach would like let us shoot a little bit. So
Yeah.
I'm shooting, and then I hear my coach like yell like Zion, come in the office, and I'm thinking like, did I
You're in
get in trouble
trouble.
or something? So
Yeah.
I walk in there slowly, like in my head, I'm like, oh, like what did I do? Like I thought I was doing the right things. Then I'm a freshman, so I was not thinking about offers like that really. So
He gonna make you run five
and it's
suicides,
also
man.
COVID, so
Yeah.
I was kind of just I was so surprised. So he called me into the office and he was like, "This coach wants to speak to you." And there's a
Mm-hmm.
head coach at Washington State,
Oh wow.
and he was just like, "Man, we've been watching for a while, and we really want to offer you." And I was just kind of in shock. I didn't even know what to say. So I kind of just
Mm-hmm.
like stumbled my words and was just like, "Thank you so much."
Yeah.
And then after that, once I got my first offer, it kind of just picked up, and
Mm-hmm.
it was kind of just like I always dreamed of like being able to get to college for free. So
For sure.
it was kind of just like surreal.
Mm-hmm. Did you know that first offer was coming? Have you been in were you in like prior contact with them before that, or did it just come out of the blue, kind of?
Yeah, it was just out of the blue.
Yeah.
I wasn't even thinking about offers. I was just kind of,
Mm-hmm.
still trying to build myself as a freshman and prove myself to my team and my coach. So it was just so, like, I was just in shock. So,
Yeah. For sure. And then you were just saying a little bit how your recruitment process picked up after that. Like as a whole, though, how's your recruitment process been as a whole?
it's been crazy, I would say.
Crazy.
Once I got my first offer my freshman year, it kind of just, I kept working. It kind of just slowly picked up,
Mm-hmm.
like you said, like out of the blue. Like, I knew I was talented and, worked hard, but I didn't think that it would pick up that fast. So,
Mm-hmm.
like, once I got that first one, later on, I think I got Portland and then I
Okay.
got Hawaii.
Okay.
So it kind of just, it was just one after the other, and I would just keep working. So,
For sure. And then now going into kind of like some of the schools and everything like that, like when you go on visits, like what are like the top things that you're looking for in a school?
I would say the main things is like the culture. My coach this year, he really preaches about, like having a good culture,
Mm-hmm.
just like, a great support system around me, great teammates, and
Yeah.
obviously a coach, I feel I have a great relationship with and can build on from that. So
Mm-hmm.
really just like the culture and, having a great relationship with the head coach, at the end of the day, he's making the decision. So yeah.
Absolutely. When you're growing up, next question is when you're growing up, like who are some dudes that you're looking up to, like just watching on TV every day, even watching their highlights on YouTube. Like who are some dudes that you looked up to that you wanted to be like when you were younger, and even now that you want to play like?
Definitely Kobe. I'm a big Kobe
Mm,
fan, so
for sure.
I always watched Kobe growing up.
Yeah.
Like every time there was a Lakers game, like my stepdad would turn it on, and
Hmm.
I would always have like my Kobe jersey on, and I would just watch his footwork and just the moves he would do, just have
Yeah,
me just like always wanted to learn those type of moves and kind of be like him,
for sure.
even to this day. So really, he was the first person that was like, okay, like that's who I'm gonna watch, and I'm gonna try to resemble my game after him.
Yeah, for sure. Now going outside of basketball a little bit, like what can people catch you doing like in your free time, like outside of basketball? What can they catch you do?
I would say um, I'm really like a relaxed guy, so I would say I
Mm.
like to cook.
Okay, okay.
Like before I started taking, really before high school, I'd say when like my schedule got really tight,
Yeah.
I'd have like my mom in the summer like put me in like cooking classes, and
Okay, okay.
I would like to make like sushi stuff like that. So that it's kind of just basketball, and I like when I get in the gym, it kind of just gets my mind off things. So I would say
Yeah.
when I'm off the court, I like to do that. So
Being like Gordon Ramsay in the kitchen. Hey.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
All right. Pineapple on pizza, yes or no? Pineapple on pizza.
yes, yeah.
Yeah.
I like to get creative with my pizza. Pineapple.
Yes. Yeah.
I put strawberries on my pizza before. So
Strawberry?
these strawberries.
Strawberry.
Yeah, I'm telling you, you gotta. That's the
Stra-
way.
Are you sure about that?
I'm telling you,
All right, man. I've never heard of that. I will try that though. I,
strawberry on pizza.
that's interesting.
I
Favorite food
know.
though. Favorite food
My
overall.
favorite
Favorite
food,
food.
I would have to go with. Damn, I would say something I could eat every day would probably be sushi. I like
Sushi.
sushi a lot. Yeah.
I've never had it, dude. I've never had that.
For real?
Never had it. Not once.
That's crazy.
What's it like though? Like,
It's
I don't know.
like, how could I even
I know it's
explain it?
fish, but it's like I don't.
It's kind of like it's something you have to try. Like I don't
Yeah,
even know how to
yeah,
explain it.
yeah,
It's if you like seafood, kind of. So if you've ever had like crab or
yeah.
any type of like seafood,
Mm.
even like if you ever had like gumbo or like
Yeah, yeah,
jambalaya,
yeah.
it's kind of like yeah, it's that same type of like texture. So
Okay, okay. If someone
yeah,
to visit your hometown, what are three places they gotta slide to? The top three places they have to slide to.
I would say I would say the first place. I mean, it's kind of biased just because
Mm.
it's this park. It's called Burton Park, and like I would
Okay,
go there. I was hooping there all during COVID, and
okay,
I
okay.
just grew up just hooping at that park. So I would say there for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second place I would say would be I don't even know. That's a tough question.
Got some food spots out there.
You said what?
Some food spots out there.
Food spots? I would say. Oh, there's this place. I mean, it's kind of back to the sushi thing. It's called
Okay,
Sakura, and it's
Sakura.
like, have you ever heard of Benihana's?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
It's like that, but a cheaper version. So
Okay,
it's
okay,
like
okay.
it's good though. It's fire.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And then they gotta catch one of your games. You can't leave that out.
Oh yeah.
They
Of
gotta catch one of
course.
the games.
Of course.
Next question. If somebody were to hand you the aux cord, what are you playing?
Let's say you said if someone would have hand me
The
the
aux
what?
cord. The aux cord. What are you
I would
playing?
say I gotta throw on some young boy.
Young boy.
Young boy. I'll give you three. Young boy.
Okay.
I gotta put on some MJ, some Michael Jackson,
Okay, okay.
and I'll put on probably some SZA or probably some Gunna. I'll
Okay,
say
okay.
that.
All right.
Yeah.
Now getting back into basketball a little bit, like what does your kind of pregame routine, pregame meal look like?
I would say so. I'll start off with the pregame meal. I like to have usually something light. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I would say maybe like a salad or it's
Okay.
usually like 2 hours before. Maybe like some. I mean, pasta's kind of heavy, but like some pasta
Yeah.
or something that I feel like could like energize me. And then a pregame routine, I would say get to the game,
Mm-hmm.
and then um, I'll start off with stretching,
Okay.
and then stretch, and then warm up.
Mm-hmm.
I would say like get some shots up,
Yep.
and then oh, can't forget this one. I like to watch Kobe,
Kobe.
like interviews and just
Okay.
like kind of powerful things he says to kind of get my mind focused. So
Mm-hmm.
really, them two things I would say.
For sure. If you had to give, last question, if you have to give the next generation, the youth players coming up, basketball players, if you had to give them one piece of advice that's gotten you where you've gotten to, what would you say to them?
I would say just to stay level headed, and I I would say just have great people around you, and a lot of people are going to tell you you know
Mm-hmm.
things you don't want to hear, and I feel like those are the people that you should have around you, just because it's going to keep you focused, and
Mm-hmm.
but then also you want people that's going to push you and
Mm-hmm.
have belief in you. So yeah, I would say like your surroundings, and just make sure you got the right people around you.
For sure. You gotta be, you always gotta have like the haters just as the motivation, You gotta
For
have that
sure.
motivation and then you gotta have those people that, are with you all the way. So yeah, I
Yeah,
understand
for
that
sure.
completely. But if you wanna shout anybody out, go ahead, man.
uh I'll shout out my mama. You
Mm-hmm.
raised a great kid, so
Yep,
thank you.
for sure. If you guys
Yeah.
want to go follow him on Instagram at Zion Sensley on the screen right there, you go. But hey, man, Zion Sensley, appreciate you joining me today, man. It's been a pleasure.
Sir.
Thank you, man.
Sir, thank you for